Raising kids in a digital world brings a wave of challenges, from online safety and bullying to digital literacy, and many families can use a little bit of help navigating these conversations with their kids. Antigone Davis, Director and Global Head of Safety at Facebook, and Colin Robinson, member of the National PTA Health and Safety Committee, join me now. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. So first of all, let's talk about the purpose of this program and what the idea was behind launching Digital Families.
Well, both Facebook and the National PTA have a long history of providing families with guidance to navigating online spaces. So guidance on digital literacy and being a critical thinker and a thoughtful sharer. But what was really exciting for us at Facebook is that the PTA actually has on-the-ground access to parents. So there are PTA chapters throughout the United States, and this was a way to make sure that we were not only giving our resources online, but really getting into communities with these resources and fostering the kinds of conversations among parents that are so useful to managing these issues.
Yeah, and we know that the digital landscape is changing all the time, which can make parenting really difficult in this day and age. So partnering with Facebook made a lot of sense because they can bring those tools and resources, and we can bring those into the communities where parents can have these open and honest conversations with their kids about what it looks like to be a good digital citizen online as well as offline.
And what's the real impact that this program is going to have on local communities in your view?
Well, there'll be 200 of these events throughout cities in the United States, in all 50 states altogether. And the idea is to not only give them access to the resources that they can get online, but really for parents to have that parent-to-parent conversation. I know, as a parent of a 21-year-old, that oftentimes I turn to other parents to hear what they had done. How did they manage a particular situation? So they'll have these expert resources, but they'll also have each other.
Yeah, and I think that having each other is a really big component to this, bringing them in and letting them network with one another to know that they're not alone, as well as, you know, with the kids coming in, they'll have the opportunity to put faces with names so that when their kids are interacting online with somebody, they kind of know who that is and they know who that parent is as well.
If someone who organizes the local PTAs is listening now, they can actually apply for a grant for this program, right? How can they do that?
Yeah, so they can go to pta.org/grants, where they can learn all about the grant information, as well as getting some of the resources that are available to them to start having those conversations with their kids today.
And each of these events will have a training for the parent that is hosting the event, as well as providing a toolkit for all of the parents who come to participate that will have guides, research, and access to Facebook's parent portal, as well as its bullying prevention hub.
Well, it's an ever-evolving topic, isn't it? I mean, the landscape of the internet's always changing. The access that we have to it comes in so many forms and fashions now, so I think it's very important to get this conversation started. And of course, there's also, like you mentioned, this bullying component to the program. Why was it important to include that in the last 30 seconds we have left?
Because you know what, we heard from parents that was one of the things that they really cared about, that starting those conversations can sometimes be challenging for them. And so we have a hub that we worked on with the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence that gives them some important guidance on how to start those conversations with their kids.
And it's to know that when a child is being bullied, who they can go talk to as a trusted adult. And when a parent is having those conversations, naturally it can be that parent, but it can also be any other trusted adult, like a coach or a counselor or another teacher.
Right. Sometimes, you know, young children have a tough time differentiating what's real and what's not when it comes to the internet, and they may feel like they're alone when it comes to these topics. So knowing that they can go talk to an adult is extremely important. So thank you both so much for, first of all, for building awareness for this, and also for joining me today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Stay where you are. We'll be right back.